Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm just gonna go over my portfolio, and I have a couple things I want to talk about. And this is just me rambling on, just a little something different than the usual, just talking about numbers and percentages and stuff like that, and things I want to buy or not. The thing that I've been really thinking about is about how much I should be depositing or how much I should be saving up in my bank account and stuff like that, or just personal expenses or stuff, money to use for fun and stuff like that. And considering that I'm a lot younger, it's probably going to be different for me than anyone else, someone that's maybe like 10 years older than me or maybe even younger than me, which I don't think there's that many people that would be younger than me that are investing, considering I'm in my early 20s and I started doing this as soon as I turned 18 years old. But for me, I'm having like a trouble deciding whether or not I want to put as much money into the market as possible or cutting down on it and not really focusing on it as much. Because sometimes uh, when I'm in my daily life, there was a point in my life where I would be just looking at my portfolios all the time, looking at the numbers every single day. And at a certain point, it would be stressing me out. I would always think about the stock market and thinking about, oh, I need to make more money and I need to keep depositing all the money that I can, and which I was basically penny pitching my regular life, like not doing the things I would usually do before, where I would be going to the gym or I'd be driving my car or buying different food, different types of food, more expensive food, maybe going out to restaurants more, stuff like that. And then I would change where I would not go to the gym at all, not drive at all, not spend money on gas, or not go out to the gym and get that monthly subscription to the gym, or not go to the fast food, and might as well not eat fast food, or just eat like make a sandwich at the house or do something like that, just to save that extra little bit of money to put into the stock market, because I was really in that mode. And I would be extreme on both sides. Sometimes I'm like, I don't want to buy anything at all. I don't want to put any money into the stock market at all, and just have maybe like 5, 10, $15,000 in my bank account, which I feel like, which is good, right? I have some money in my bank account, but wouldn't be, I wouldn't be doing anything at all, and I would be just be like, I wouldn't really consider saving money as much, because I had so much money in the my bank account. So I'd be like, I'm hungry and I'm outright, I'm kind of feeling like eating fast food. Or when I would be depositing a lot of my money into my portfolios, right? I would have a lot less money in my account, maybe like a less than $1,000, just enough if any little minor inconvenience came around, like something, maybe like a bill that I didn't think would come by, or maybe my car broke down or something like that, where I would have just enough to pay for that, and that would be good. And maybe I would have enough money for gas or enough money for groceries or the rent, just enough, right? So I wouldn't be like, oh, I can go to this restaurant, because I wouldn't be able to, because I was penny pinching. And that would be a good way for me to save money, because I didn't have any money to spend at all. Or whereas I would be, like I said before, I would have so much money where I'm like, I can go get McDonald's, or maybe I'll go have some fun with my friends and go drive around, do other things, maybe go do other stuff, go to the city, do different things, spend more money than I would usually do. And whenever I did do that, I would spend quite a lot, because I would have to be paying for maybe my brothers and my cousins, just so I can get them food, right? Because you don't want to go, I don't go out by myself, right? Who goes out by themselves that much? And when you usually go out by yourself, you usually would be paying for other people, and that's what I would do. I would be the one that would be paying for the rest of the people that came with me, because I'm the one that had the money, right? And my brother, they're a lot younger. They're basically teenagers. They didn't really have any job. They don't have that much money. I would be the one, and of course I would have to pay for them, because if they were hungry, I'm not gonna let them starve, obviously. But yeah, I would have a trouble balancing that life, where I would either have too much money to spend in my bank account and I would put nothing into my portfolio, which would be kind of bad, because then I wouldn't have any money to buy stocks when I really needed to. Or I would have nothing in my portfolio, nothing in my bank account, and I'll put all my money into my portfolio, and I would have nothing to like do with. I wouldn't have enough money in my bank account to go out and have fun, just do stuff like that. So I would be like an extreme way. So I would say like I would want to ask you guys how you guys balance that out. Uh, maybe do you guys have a limit? So say maybe you get paid maybe like $2,000 on your check, right? Every 2 weeks. Maybe you put like 10% into the stocks, right? Or 20%, or how would you guys do? I know it'd be different for everyone else, but I would just kind of see how you guys would balance it out, stuff like that. Because I'm also in a pretty not super unique circumstance, but more different than everyone else. Where I'm younger, I don't have uh, any kids, any family. I'm not really in any relationships, serious relationships, so I don't have to spend money on that. And I live with my family, so I do contribute my fair share of the rent, stuff like that, but it's not anything considerable. And I do have other things that I have money in that I do contribute to, so there's stuff like that. So maybe I'll put like 10, maybe 10 to 20% of my money into to the stock market, but that would be like after I spend for everything else. So maybe every check I would put like $200 to $300, right? And then it would end up being like $600 the month, where I would put like that would be around 20. Like I said, anything anywhere from like 10 to like maybe 20 or 30% of my total income going into my portfolio, where everything else I would be spending money on bills or putting money into other things, stuff like that, and helping out with rent and food and anything else that can help out, you know. But yeah, about how much money do you guys can would put into the stock market? And of course, it all depends on the income and stuff like that. So let's say out of the couple $1,000s that I make in income, that maybe $600 of that would go straight into the market. And maybe before I had to do it, before I had bills and stuff like that, I would probably put like maybe almost $2,000 at a time every month into the market, $2,000 to $2,500, before I had to spend any other money on any considerable money on anything else. And that would be the time where I would be able to grow my portfolio a lot. And before that, and then before that, that's before I bought my car and I bought other things. But now, uh, that was before, when I didn't have to spend money on rent and stuff like that, and food and stuff like that. And I think maybe I'll eventually get back to that point. I'd say maybe by summer I'll be able to contribute a lot more after I'm done paying things off. I'll be able to maybe contribute extra $1,000 into the portfolio. So then next year it would be a very good time to for my portfolio to grow in value every month. It'll be like every year I'll be contributing $20,000 to $30,000 to my portfolio just in cash. and and I don't know if next year would be, maybe next year could possibly be an opportunity where we see the market go down, maybe, or we won't. I don't know. Like, it'll just be uh tough to find out whether or not this recession is going to be will last long. Will While also considering that they're already deciding to stimulate the economy with more checks, which I don't know if that's really a good idea, and we might see the markets stay down longer, maybe. But I don't know, right? It all depends on how much more they are going to increase interest rates, and how that's going to affect uh, companies and layoffs and stuff like that. Because if unemployment starts going up any considerable amount, we just might see a double dip crash, you know. And I don't know how long that will last. I don't think it would be anything as close to what happened in 2008, 2009, 2010. But I mean, we already hit lows of, I think, 33 or 34% in the Nasdaq. So can we go back to that low? and how and when will we ever get back to those lows, or are we even going to go back to those lows? Because we have hit basically a 20 plus percent bounce back into the market. So that's that's already a big jump right there. And me personally, I believe that we're getting close to the top of this little run, and we might go back down a little bit at least, just to cool off, just to cool off. But I'm no financial advisor yet, and I'm no professional. I'm just like a regular guy. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Just about how much to should I how much should I put into the market? Like, should I really focus 100% and put as much as I can into the market, or maybe put half, and not really think about it as much, because this is also, like I said, this is probably gonna be an account that I probably keep for a very long time. So this is just the beginning. Do I really want to grow it to 100% but sacrifice my social life, stuff like that? Or maybe not go super hard? All right. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.